Welcome into the season finale of EndZone Week 14. Our game of the week, the Power Cats of Louisville undefeated against the Houston Hilltoppers, looking to end that undefeated streak. The Starkville Yellow Jackets at home in the 7A North Half State title game against Madison Central, and Winona hosted Amanda Elzy.
WCBI Sports EndZone Show is brought to you by Jax, Carl Hogan Toyota, Wade Incorporated, Southern Housing, and Clark Beverage Group.
Welcome into our season finale of EndZone. I cannot believe North and South state title games are here, but here we are. Everyone is trying to get to Oxford to go to that state championship game, and we got to start out with our game of the week. Let's get to the highlights.
WCBI's High School Football Game of the Week is brought to you by Carl Hogan Toyota in Columbus.
First things first, take a look at this brand new Corolla. Go get yourself one at Carl Hogan Toyota. You should probably go tomorrow, but I mean, it got our Cam Dyer to Louisville safely, and now let's get to the action. Louisville hosting Houston with a trip to the 4A state title on the line. Scoreless, less than 3 minutes to go in the half. Steele Brooks keeps it, fumbles, and Jalen Miller scoops it and scores it. Takes it all the way to the end zone for the first points of the game. On the ensuing kickoff, Bart Starks. We've talked about this guy before. Catches the short kick, but coughs it up. Louisville recovers. The Power Cats are in business. Let's just go to the very next play. Why not? Xavier Hunt drops back, hits freshman Aiden Coleman with the fingertip catch. That's top 5 play potential. It's also grown man strength getting into the end zone to make it 14-zip. Houston now has a response. Less than a minute to go in the quarter. Brooks fakes the run, finds Starks in the end zone, cutting the deficit to just 7. Now with less than a minute to go, Louisville marched right down the field, and Hunt sneaks it in as time expires to go up 20-7. And that would be the final. Louisville going to the 4A state title game, topped Houston 20-7. So let's take a look at that 4A bracket. Who are they going to play? They will play Columbia. Power Cats going for their 12th state championship. That would be a record. They won it all last year. Tyrone Shorter's crew and company thinks that they could do it again. And look, I mean, the way they played this year, they have not proven that you should doubt them, because, I mean, they've been playing great football undefeated. All right, let's go to 7A now. Madison Central taking on Starkville. 7A North Half State title game. No score in the first. Trey Petty, the Illinois commit, finding Jaden Turnipseed over the middle for a strike. He explodes and takes it 41 yards to the house. 2-point conversion, no good. Jackets up 6-0. Second quarter, same score. Petty, all kinds of time. Throws a jump ball to guess who? Stonka Burnside. One-on-one matchup, well, that's what he likes. Jackets set up nicely. Same drive here. Petty, he's such a big threat with his legs. Play action, runs up the middle, scores the touchdown. 2-point conversion was good. Starkville up 14-zip. But the Jaguars not letting Starkville off the hook that easy. Jaden Johnson finds Glenn Singleton on the wheel route after faking the handoff to him. That's a Madison Central touchdown. Starkville led 14-7 at the half. They go on to win this one big, 35-15. So who are they going to play in 7A? They'll play the winner of Oak Grove and Brandon. That game was still going on at last check. If it is the Brandon Bulldogs, then it will be a rematch of last year's 6A state title game. It'll just be 7A state title this time around. So in 6A, Grenada topped South Panola. So who are they going to be playing? They won it 33-21. The 6A state title in Oxford. Well, they'll be playing against West Jones, who topped Picayune. Michael Fair, his first year with the Grenada Chargers, took them all the way to the 6A state championship. Congrats to him. And now the 5A world. West Point, after being down early, Chris Chambliss and co., they're now in their 8th straight state championship, beating Clarksdale 21-14. So who do they got? They've got Laurel. Big win tonight for Laurel. They'll play against West Point up in Oxford. We will have all the times of all the matchups later on in the show. So let's go out to 3A. Out to Winona, the Tigers trying to make it to the state championship for just the second time ever, hosting Amanda Elzy tonight. First quarter, Chase Richardson showing off why he's Mr. Football. 50-yard rush. takes the Tigers down close to the goal line. They're threatening. So a great motto here at EndZone. You ain't broke, don't fix it. He ran it last play, and this time, easy money. Winona up 7-6. Now 7-0, but now it's 7-6. A forced to punt. Amanda Elzy muffs it. Tigers jump on it. And yet again, Chase Richardson fakes everyone out, struts on into the end zone. 14-6 Tigers. First quarter winding down. Richardson back to pass. Looking for Troylando Eden, who makes the catch. 37 yards. Tigers rolling 20-6. They're not even close to being done. How about some defense? Tyler Lockhart forcing the fumble, and Fat Clark scoops it up, scores 28-6. Second quarter, Richardson, the Winona people, man, I heard it was popping out there. Our Gracie Barra told me that at least. Richardson rolling out. Tristan Purnell with the diving catch. My goodness, 35-6 Winona. Tigers win it 49-22, claiming the 3A North half crown, punching their ticket to Oxford. But the big question, who are they going to play? Well, coming up next on EndZone, we'll have a wrap-up of the 3A South half championship. We'll also take a look at 1A in Mississippi and Alabama. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the season finale of EndZone. Jefferson County hosting Noxubee County for the South State title in 3A. Fireworks early, but just for the team up north. First drive of the game, the home Tigers back to pass. Artez McCray comes down with a big-time interception for Noxubee County. That is a top 5 play nominee, of course. Later in the first quarter, no score. Noxubee going to get on the board. Camario Taylor hits Ladarian Mosley wide open in the corner, 6-0. So now we'll go in the second quarter. Noxubee threatening again, up 14-0. Kentarius Owens, not right now, my friend, forces a 3rd and goal. Not a problem for one of the best players in the state. Taylor runs it in for the touchdown. Noxubee County ends up winning this one 36-14. So you guessed it, we have an all-area team state title game in Oxford next week. Winona and Noxubee County. You won't want to miss out. We'll have full coverage of that game. No 2A teams left, unfortunately, so let's go to 1A. The Biggersville Lions hosting the Vardaman Rams. 1A North half. Rams cough it up. Jathan Hatch scoops it up, takes it in for the touchdown. 7-0 Lions, a scoop and score here. And now Biggersville gets the ball back, drives downfield. Aaron Taylor takes it in. The extra point was no good, and the Lions led 13-0. Still first quarter, Rams driving, but quarterback Brady White, he's picked off, and it's Hatch again. He had a scoop and score. Now he's got a pick 6. 2-point conversion made it 21-0 Biggersville at the end of the first. Second quarter, Rams getting on the board, showing some fight. They've been so good all year. White on the QB keeper. That makes it 21-7. But the waning moments of the first half, the Lions took advantage of another interception. Once again, Taylor bulls his way up the middle for a touchdown. Lions take a commanding 28-7 lead. They win 41-21. So the 1A bracket, Biggersville will be playing Velma Jackson down there, or up there, I should say, in Oxford. That game will be on Thursday. Again, we'll have more of the scheduling logistics later in the show. So now to West Alabama we go. Wadley at Pickens County. The Tornadoes 1A quarterfinals. Wadley running back Jaquez Wilkins gets the Bulldogs on the board in the first quarter, 7-0. A great fan turnout from both sides. I mean, it's not quite the semifinals yet, but still, West Alabama, they show out. Now to the Tornadoes of Pickens County. Santonio Jones for the big-time first down reception. Now we'll go to the second quarter, back to Wadley. Cortavian Lynch puts on the Jets, takes it to the house to start off the second quarter. Pickens County down 14-0. But look, the Tornadoes, I mean, they had them right where they wanted them. One of the best plays you'll see tonight. Santonio Jones now going to work on this touchdown drive, escapes a bunch of tacklers and the powerful Wadley defense, goes one side of the field all the way to the other, drags a couple bodies with him, and gets into the end zone to be put on the board. The Tornadoes now cut that deficit in half, and guess what? They end up winning it 18-14. They're going to move on. So who are they going to play? They've got Coosa Christian. That'll be a road game next Friday in the next round of the playoffs. And the state championships in Alabama this year are at Bryant-Denny Stadium in Tuscaloosa. We'll keep you posted on how Pickens County does. Well, the Golden Eggs back in Oxford, and the Egg Bowl provided a special moment for an Ole Miss player who's been through so much. We'll have more on that coming up next. Well, the Golden Egg is back in Oxford as the Ole Miss Rebels clinch their second 10-win season in the last 3 years under Lane Kiffin. The program has been constructive for one of their players who's had a tough year. Tight end Caden Prescorn's dad died in October. Shortly after he died, he got right back to practice for the Rebs and fought through injuries and became a huge part of the offense. And in the Egg Bowl, he caught a 26-yard touchdown to put Ole Miss up by 10 in the third. His teammates and coaching staff was just so proud to see him have such a big moment.
It's a really, really cool story, and sometimes where there aren't great stories sometimes of guys that are doing things, this is really a good old-fashioned good story of a guy just being a team guy. Hadn't caught a touchdown until last week, never complained, even though he transferred here and had big numbers where he was at before, comparable with all the stuff going on, so I really do love him.
You know, he's been a staple to our offense, a staple to our team with his leadership, and somebody that comes to work every single day and sets a great example for the guys around him. And you know, with guys like him, you want nothing but success for him. And I was super stoked for him to get that touchdown and you know, take a big lead when there was low scoring throughout the game. So super proud of him and you know what he's done.
Well, Mississippi State quarterback Will Rogers posted a long thank you message on X, formerly known as Twitter, today, likely meaning his time at Mississippi State is done. In his 4 years with the Bulldogs, he played in 43 games, threw for 12,315 yards, 94 touchdowns, 28 interceptions. The Bulldogs' record with him as a starter was 23-17. 247 Sports reported that Rogers is expected to enter the transfer portal. And Mississippi State's tumultuous season has come to an end. The Dogs finished the year 5-7 with just one SEC win. The Zach Arnett experiment did not go the way anyone had hoped, lasting just 10 games as head coach. Greg Knox brought some serious energy as the interim head man, but wasn't able to will the Dogs to an Egg Bowl win. And MSU has done a lot in the first offseason, working to find a new head football coach. And we aren't sure who will be taking over at the helm at this point, but guys who have been around the program know exactly what the new coach will be getting from this team.
They're inheriting a group of fighters, all right, guys that will fight to the end. That's Mississippi State football. Defense, you know, and it had to get the offense going, you know, so we played hard football. That's what we do here at State. You know, and that's how we play the game. Hard, physical, aggressive, tough, fast.
Some people talk about it, how tough they are and how, you know, they want to be this, want to be that. But I think here at Mississippi State, you know, we really live that out. You know, we're not the 4 and 5 stars of the world. Just tough, gritty, hard-nosed program. And if you want to work, this is a great place for you. And if you don't want to work and you'd rather be flashy on social media and things like that, this probably isn't the place for you.
Coming up next here on EndZone, we will have all the state title matchups and times for next week in Oxford. Welcome back to EndZone. Let's quickly run through the state championship matchups and times. All right, so Starkville will play Oak Grove this Saturday at Vaught-Hemingway Stadium in Oxford at 7 p.m. In 6A, Grenada will play West Jones Friday at 7:30 p.m. West Point will play Thursday against Laurel at, you guessed it, 7 p.m. Wow, okay, I didn't know those would work out like that. In 4A, Louisville will play Columbia at noon on Saturday. Winona, Noxubee County is the game following that at 3:30 on Saturday. And then Biggersville and Velma Jackson will play at 4 p.m. on Thursday. A bunch of great state title matchups, and also my team, it's got to be West Point. 8 straight state titles. That's insane. Thank you so much for watching all year. Have a great night.
WCBI Sports EndZone Show is brought to you by Jax, Carl Hogan Toyota, Wade Incorporated, Southern Housing, and Clark Beverage Group.